Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for February 3, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the complex relationship between the United States and Vietnam. The two nations are navigating a multifaceted partnership influenced by historical, political, and economic factors. Recent developments, including a $1.5 billion Trump-branded golf resort in northern Vietnam, have raised eyebrows, while mixed signals from Washington about human rights and democracy promotion have contributed to conservative unease. In other news, President Donald Trump met with Colombian President Gustavo Petro at the White House, aiming to ease tensions between their nations. The meeting followed a tumultuous period sparked by the U.S. capture of former Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. Despite challenges, both leaders expressed optimism about the talks, which focused on Venezuela, oil and energy, and guarantees of independence during Colombia's upcoming presidential elections. Lastly, we've been examining the latest developments in the Jeffrey Epstein case, as thousands of documents related to his estate have been released by the U.S. Department of Justice. The documents shed light on Epstein's vast network of associates and reveal how he updated his trust just 2 days before his death, outlining the distribution of his $600 million wealth among friends, employees, and family members. While some individuals have been accused of wrongdoing, others maintain they were unaware of Epstein's illicit activities. These stories highlight the complexities and nuances of international relations, politics, and justice. We'll continue to follow these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshul and know it's right now. We're coming to you, live with a special report on the severe weather conditions that have been affecting several counties in Ireland. Taoiseach Michael Martin has visited areas of Wexford, Kilkenny, Carlow, and Wicklow, which were severely impacted by Storm Chandra. The storm brought heavy rainfall, resulting in widespread flooding, particularly in the town of Enniscorthy. During his visit, the Taoiseach met with local business owners and residents who were affected by the flooding. He assured them that immediate support would be provided, including interim flood defenses to protect homes and businesses. A more comprehensive scheme will also be submitted for planning permission to provide long-term protection against future flooding. The Irish Meteorological Service, Met Éireann, has issued yellow rain warnings for several counties, including Dublin, Louth, Wicklow, Carlow, Kilkenny, Wexford, Cork, and Waterford. The warnings are in effect until 9 p.m. this evening, with further heavy rainfall expected to fall on already saturated ground, leading to localized flooding and difficult travel conditions. In related news, weather experts are predicting a possible change in the weather pattern by mid-month, which could bring freezing temperatures and snow to Ireland. This is due to a weaker-than-usual polar vortex, which has been causing chaos in the Northern Hemisphere's weather patterns. We will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we urge everyone in the affected areas to exercise caution and follow the instructions of local authorities. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We have a packed summary for you tonight, covering major developments in international trade, market movements, and company performances. Firstly, we reported on the significant reduction of U.S. tariffs on Indian goods, which is expected to boost India's economy and make it more attractive to global companies. This move has been well received by Indian markets, with the rupee posting its biggest gain in over 3 years, and stocks jumping the most since 2014. In other news, shares of Eternal, a leading food delivery and quick commerce major, surged as much as 5% after global brokerage Jefferies added the stock to its India model portfolio. The brokerage has set a street-high target price of Rs. 200 per share, citing Eternal's strong growth and steady margin improvement. We also saw gains in the shares of Power Grid Corporation of India, which rose 2% after reporting a 23% increase in its Q3 net profit. The Sensex and Nifty ended the day marginally higher, led by IT and pharma stocks, with the rupee strengthening against the dollar to trade at 82.50. Lastly, all eyes are on the upcoming union budget, which is expected to provide a boost to the economy. With markets already factoring in a populist budget, it remains to be seen how the government will balance its fiscal maths with growth imperatives. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Artemis II lunar mission has been delayed due to technical issues encountered during a recent test. The mission, aimed at returning astronauts to the vicinity of the Moon, will now launch no earlier than March. This delay highlights the complexity and challenges inherent in pushing the boundaries of space exploration. In other news, SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk, is acquiring xAI, his artificial intelligence startup, in a move that consolidates his business interests under one roof. The acquisition is expected to create an innovation engine combining AI, rocket technology, space-based internet, and media. This deal has raised eyebrows among some shareholders but may position SpaceX for a potential public listing in the near future. Lastly, we've been following NASA's ambitious plans for deep space exploration, with the ultimate goal of establishing a sustainable presence on the lunar surface and eventually sending humans to Mars. The agency's cautious approach to addressing technical issues underscores its commitment to safety above all else. These developments remind us that the pursuit of exploring and understanding our universe is a journey marked by both triumphs and setbacks. We'll continue to follow these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we explored the world of flag football and the surprising announcement by Detroit Lions star wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has expressed his desire to represent Germany in the Olympic flag football event set to debut in 2028. This decision is not just about seeking a new challenge, but is deeply rooted in St. Brown's personal connection and heritage with Germany. Secondly, we delved into the realm of baseball, where R.J. Anderson's insightful look at the top MLB prospects highlighted Tigers shortstop Kevin McGonigal as probably the single most polished hitter not already in the majors. McGonigal's impressive skills, reminiscent of Jose Altuve, are expected to be a valuable asset for the Tigers. Lastly, our coverage touched on various developments across different sports, including Justin Fields opting out of the Pro Bowl to focus on his off-season training, Joey Aguilar's plan to sue the NCAA for an additional year of eligibility, and significant coaching changes, such as Gus Malzahn's retirement and Mike Norvell taking over play-calling duties at Florida State. These stories underscore the complexity, dedication, and passion that define the world of sports. From the personal choices of athletes like Amon-Ra St. Brown to the promising careers of young talents like Kevin McGonigal, each narrative contributes to the rich tapestry of athletic competition. Tell it like it is. The beauty of sports lies not just in the game itself, but in the stories of those who play it. As we continue to navigate the intricacies and excitement of the sports world, remember that every athlete has a unique journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and decisions that shape not only their careers, but also their identities. This is Howard Closewell speaking, and that's a wrap for tonight's summary on the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. The drama of athletic competition never ceases to amaze, and we're honored to be your guide through the ups and downs of this ever-fascinating landscape. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. In our first story, we explored the world of email management and productivity, uncovering hidden features in Gmail that can significantly enhance your digital workflow. From customizable notification settings to action confirmations, these small but significant adjustments can make all the difference in reducing stress and increasing productivity. Next, we delved into a pressing issue that affects us all: the importance of protecting our online identities and communities from the threats of cyber attacks and misinformation. we examined the ways in which individuals and organizations can work together to create safer online environments and promote digital literacy. Finally, we took a journey to the charming town of Tryon, North Carolina, where we discovered the heartwarming story of Morris, the iconic horse that has become an integral part of the town's identity and heritage. This beloved tradition serves as a poignant reminder of the power of community, creativity, and tradition in shaping our unique experiences and cultural identities. As we conclude tonight's podcast, I invite you to join us in celebrating the stories that make America so unique, from the digital innovations that shape our lives to the timeless traditions that bring us together. Good night. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm Joan, and we've got a fabulous roundup for you tonight. We're talking about the latest from Hollywood, straight from the red carpet. First up, we took a closer look at those sizzling on-screen romances. You know, the ones that make us root for our favorite couples? Well, it turns out that not all of them translate to real life, but they sure do leave an impact on audiences. We explored some of the most fascinating relationships between Hollywood co-stars and what makes them so compelling. Next, we dived into the world of celebrity fashion, where Chappell Rowan's bold Grammys dress stole the show. That burgundy Mugler number was a real head-turner, and we discussed whether it was too much or just enough. One thing's for sure, it got everyone talking. And finally, we broke down last night's red carpet trends, from feathers to barely there dresses. We showed you how to get the look without breaking the bank, with affordable alternatives from Amazon and other brands. Plus, we highlighted those effortlessly cool coordinated group looks that are all about taking risks and having fun. That's a wrap for tonight, folks. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David out of Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at the Irish government's efforts to protect native habitats by removing invasive species from Glen of Downs Nature Reserve. This project aims to maintain ecological balance and preserve biodiversity in the area. Next, we traveled to Western India, where researchers have uncovered a new narrative about the region's grasslands. By analyzing medieval folklore and literary excerpts, scientists have found that these grasslands predate British colonization and are home to a diverse range of native wildlife. Lastly, we reported on the Irish government's initiative to conserve and protect its natural heritage, including the conservation of the corncrake and the protection of native habitats. These stories remind us of the importance of preserving our cultural and ecological history, respecting the complexity of our natural landscapes, and working towards a more nuanced approach to conservation. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Epstein for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.